and welcome to video 4 of gut feelings. How much more can we talk about gut feelings? Did you know that our gut microbiome influences our hormones as well? And we know that our feelings, our mood is very much linked to the hormonal status. So it's not just a risk of chronic diseases, it's also our mood that is linked to changes in our hormonal levels. So what hormones are we talking about? Well, there are many different examples, but let us simplify and talk about just a few here. I am going to give you just 3 examples of what is happening in terms of our hormonal health. So please bear in mind that there are many such examples, but we are just looking at 3 here. Any hormone we are talking about is influenced by our gut microbiome. So for sake of simplicity, let us take a look at cortisol. So cortisol, as you all know, is our stress hormone. We have always heard that we have chronic stress. Earlier, it used to be acute stress, and stress is something that is a survival mechanism. When we produce cortisol, it helps us survive the circumstances. That is how we have evolved. But now we are chronically stressed, thinking about, oh, how am I going to, what am I going to make for breakfast tomorrow? Or how am I going to pay my EMI? How am I going to complete doing all of my work today? There are many things on our mind. We are constantly stressed. And this high or elevated level of cortisol is because of this stress. It is also because of the poor gut microbiome. So what happens is that our body goes into this vicious cycle. Because we are stressed, our gut microbiome becomes poor. The diversity starts reducing because cortisol does not allow food to pass properly or at the right rate through our digestive system. And when we have a poor microbiome, it regulates levels of cortisol, it increases levels of cortisol. So we go into this vicious cycle, and then we need something called a cortisol detox. We need to de-stress. We need to improve the diversity of our gut microbiome, doing many of those things we have already talked about. The second thing that can happen in terms of hormones is estrogen imbalance. Estrogen is a hormone that is important for both women and men. When we think of this regulation being done by the gut microbiome, you see how important it is in teenagers who are going through their puberty, in women who are in the reproductive stage, in women who are going through all of the hormonal imbalance we are talking about during premenopause, perimenopause, and menopause, even after that. So if we have estrogen dysregulation that is caused by a poor microbiome, you can only imagine the consequences of it. How many cases of PCOS, PCOD, endometriosis do we see? How many cases of women who are going through menopause and having a very horrible time dealing with it? We see this being extremely common, and the solution could be very simple. Let us talk about a third example, which is thyroid health. When we are talking about thyroid health, this is something that is also regulated by the gut microbiome, because when we have a poor gut microbiome, how does it regulate thyroid? It causes inflammation. It can cause autoimmunity. We have already looked at that. When the immune system goes in overdrive, when there are toxic materials, when there are too many things in our circulatory system, the immune system thinks that there is huge danger and it starts reacting against itself or against the body. And then we have something called autoimmune thyroiditis. So that can happen. We have imbalance in hormones because our body is reacting to itself. There are many such examples, like we talked about previously: insulin sensitivity, insulin resistance. That's when the body reacts to its own pancreas. It produces antibodies against it. So what can we do? There are many case studies that have shown that, for example, if we look at estrogen, in women who are suffering from PCOS or PCOD, if they are on a fiber-rich diet, if they incorporate fermented foods in their diet, they can get rid of their symptoms, they can get rid of their inflammation, they can have their estrogen levels much better stabilized. The same can be seen in terms of thyroid health, that improving the diet, improving the diversity of the gut microbiome can really help improve thyroid health. The same with stress reduction and cortisol detox. So here's the action items for today. If you have not started these yet, do start them right away.
Hello, I'm Sujata Gupta and welcome to part 4 of the session on gut feelings. Have you ever had that feeling that your mood is somehow linked to your stomach? Maybe you have noticed your stress levels rise when your digestion is off, or you feel down when your gut is unsettled. Well, there's a scientific reason for that. Your gut and brain are deeply connected, and today we are going to explore how nurturing your gut microbiome can lead to better emotional balance. Let's start with some basics. Inside your gut, there's a complex community of trillions of bacteria and microorganisms. This is your gut microbiome. It is not just responsible for digestion, it's a major player in regulating your mood and emotions. The communication between gut and brain happens via something called the gut-brain axis. Now, when this connection is balanced, it promotes feelings of well-being. But when it is out of sync, it can contribute to anxiety, depression, and other emotional struggles. Now, let's talk about what happens when this system goes awry. An imbalanced gut known as dysbiosis can wreak havoc on your mental health. Research has shown that an imbalance in your gut microbiome can disrupt the production of key neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine, chemicals that are essential for mood regulation. Studies have linked dysbiosis to increased anxiety, depression, and stress. What's even more alarming is that a dysbiotic gut can trigger inflammation, which affects the brain, worsening mental health condition. And here's something that may surprise you. People with depression often have a less diverse gut microbiome compared to those who are mentally healthy. Now here's the good news. There's a way to improve this situation by incorporating psychobiotics into your life. Psychobiotics are specific probiotics and prebiotics that are shown to directly support mental health by improving communication between the gut and the brain. These beneficial bacteria produce compounds like gamma aminobutyric acid, short form GABA, and short chain fatty acids or the SCFAs, both of which are crucial for brain function and emotional resilience. Now, Lactobacillus rhamnosus has been shown to reduce anxiety, while Bifidobacterium longum can alleviate symptoms of stress and depression. So, what foods can you include in your diet to tap into the power of psychobiotics? First, probiotic-rich foods like kefir, miso, kimchi, and sauerkraut are fantastic for boosting the good bacteria in your gut. These live bacteria improve gut health and as a result help regulate mood and stress. And let's not forget prebiotic foods like garlic, onions, bananas, and oats, which provide food for those beneficial bacteria, allowing them to flourish. Prebiotics help maintain a healthy gut environment, which is crucial for emotional health. So if you are looking for simple ways to support your mental health through diet, here are a few ideas. Add fermented foods like kefir or miso to your meals and combine them with fiber-rich foods like banana, oats, and asparagus. This combination of probiotics and prebiotics work together to enhance your gut microbiome and ultimately your mood. And it's not just about food. Stress management is key to maintaining a healthy gut. Practices like mindfulness and meditation can reduce stress and prevent microbiome disruption. Also, don't underestimate the power of sleep. Getting 7 to 8 hours a night is essential for a thriving gut microbiome. With these small lifestyle changes, you can begin to build emotional resilience and improve your mental health from inside out. So here's your call to action. Today, choose one probiotic-rich food to incorporate into your daily routine. Keep track of how you feel emotionally and physically over the next few days in your gut feelings journal. You may just notice improvements in your mood, stress levels, or overall well-being. And while you're nourishing your gut, remember that sleep and stress management are just as important. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of sleep each night to support your microbiome and try incorporating mindfulness or meditation into your daily routine. Even just 10 minutes a day can help reduce stress and improve your gut health. So start today, make sleep and meditation part of your journey towards a healthier, more balanced you. By nurturing your gut microbiome, you're unlocking a powerful tool to manage emotions and improve your mental health. A healthy gut isn't just about digestion, it's the foundation of emotional balance and resilience.